The year is 2025. It's Christmas, but the world doesn't know peace. Victory celebrations are a distant memory. The guns of war still roar. From the ruins of Berlin to the bombed-out islands of Japan, the world burns. The Second World War, a conflict that consumed nations, never ended. It grinds on, a horrifying testament to mankind's capacity for destruction. The hope for a better tomorrow vanished long ago, replaced by the grim reality of perpetual conflict. The world is locked in a deadly embrace, a struggle for survival where every day could be the last. This is our reality. 80 years after the war began, even with Hitler long dead, peace is a forgotten dream. Germany, though battered and bruised, refuses to surrender. The cities lie in ruins, yet the spirit of defiance remains unbroken. 70 years after the war began, the remnants of the Nazi regime continue to fight on. The shadow of Hitler, long dead, still looms over the devastated landscape. The new leaders cling to power with a fanatic zeal, refusing to acknowledge the inevitable collapse of their regime. The Nazi war machine, fueled by desperation, fights on. Every battle is a testament to their unwillingness to concede defeat. Across the globe, the Japanese Empire, though pushed back on all fronts, remains unbroken. Their resolve is as fierce as ever. Their warrior spirit, fueled by a potent mix of propaganda and fear, refuses to yield. The soldiers fight with an unyielding determination. Kamikaze attacks, once a last-ditch effort, become commonplace. These suicide missions reflect the extreme measures taken in desperation. The Pacific Ocean, once a serene expanse, is now a graveyard of ships. The waters are littered with the wreckage of countless naval battles. The Allies, exhausted and divided, struggle to maintain a united front. War weariness saps morale, and the toll of prolonged conflict is evident. The promise of a quick victory is long forgotten. The reality of a protracted war has set in. With no end in sight, the world has descended into a quagmire of endless conflict. The devastation is widespread, and the hope for peace seems a distant dream. 70 years after World War II, the never-ending conflict births terrifying new weapons. Jet fighters, once experimental, now scream across the skies. Rockets carrying unimaginable destructive power rain down on cities. The world trembles before the dawn of the atomic age. The war effort consumes everything. Resources dwindle. Scientific advancements are funneled into creating ever more deadly weapons. The line between science fiction and reality blurs. The world watches in fear as the superpowers unleash their terrifying new weapons. The balance of terror keeps both sides in check, but for how long? With Hitler long dead, the world holds its breath, praying for a miracle that seems impossible. 70 years after World War II, the world remains a shattered shell. Cities lie in ruins. Once fertile fields are now poisoned battlefields. Famine stalks the land. Millions die not from bullets and bombs, but from starvation and disease. The social fabric of nations unravels. Governments, strained to the breaking point, become increasingly authoritarian. Civil unrest and uprisings become commonplace. The very foundations of civilization crumble. The human spirit, though, proves resilient. Even in this hellscape, people cling to hope. They find solace in small acts of kindness, in the bonds of family and community. They dare to dream of a better future, a future free from war, even though Hitler is long dead. 70 years after World War II, the world bears little resemblance to the one we knew. The rapid pace of change has left many struggling to keep up. Technological advancements, fueled by the insatiable demands of war, have reshaped society. Innovations that once took decades now happen in mere months. Cybernetics, once the stuff of science fiction, become commonplace, used to mend the broken bodies of countless soldiers. These enhancements blur the line between human and machine. A new world order emerges from the ashes of conflict. Nations rebuild, forging new paths and alliances. The old superpowers, weakened and exhausted, cling to the remnants of their former glory. Their influence wanes as new powers rise. New alliances form, driven by pragmatism and the need for survival. Cooperation becomes essential in this fractured world. The never-ending war has birthed a world both terrifying and strangely beautiful. A landscape where the old and new coexist in uneasy harmony. A world on the brink of collapse, yet pulsing with a desperate, raw energy. Every corner tells a story of resilience and adaptation. With Hitler long dead, Humanity, pushed to the very edge, struggles to survive. In the face of adversity, the human spirit endures, finding hope in the darkest of times. 70 years after World War II, in a world still ravaged by conflict, where destruction and chaos seem to be the norm, the dream of peace lives on, a beacon of hope amidst the darkness. It flickers like a candle in the wind, fragile yet resilient, threatening to be extinguished at any moment, but never fully succumbing. But it persists, kept alive by the memories of a better past, cherished moments that refuse to fade, and the hope for a brighter future. A future where children can play freely under the sun. The never-ending war stands as a stark warning, a reminder of the cost of conflict. It reminds us of the fragility of peace, how easily it can be shattered, the ever-present danger of conflict, always lurking in the shadows. It underscores the importance of diplomacy, of understanding, of tolerance, and the need for dialogue. For in a world consumed by war, where suffering is widespread, peace is not just a dream, it's a necessity, a vital goal for our collective survival. It is the only hope for humanity's survival, the only path to a harmonious existence. It is a goal worth striving for, no matter the cost, a dream that must be realized.